Hello everyone. A very warm welcome to all of you. Thank you for making time amidst your busy schedule to join today's webinar. I'm Vaishali and I'll be the host for today's webinar. With me, I have two of my colleagues, Achal and Pragnya, to walk you through the hands-on session and some of the key modules. So let's begin with the introduction. Achal has over 5 years of experience in the drone industry and has been actively involved in product development, marketing, design, and business development. As a part of the leadership team at FlytBase, Achal has been working with several customers across the globe to provide autonomous drone-based solutions for various applications. Pragnya is a part of the business development team at FlytBase. Today, she will be walking everyone through the hands-on demo session, so stay tuned. We also have with us Andrea, the founder and CEO of Skycharge. He's a serial entrepreneur with a passion for high-tech product development who believes in turning ideas into reality. Andrea is a hands-on executive leader with a passion for building successful teams driven by a vision. He has been building drone charging stations for NASA, government entities, and enterprises. So welcome everyone once again. In today's webinar, we will first get started with FlytNow. We'll give a brief hands-on session and we'll talk about an interesting DIB starter kit. And Andrea will take on to introduce Skycharge and Skyport. We will open the Q&A section for all attendees to ask their questions. You can type in the Q&A section. And we also have a couple of polls that we would be running through the stream or course of the webinar. So thank you again for joining. I will ask Pragnya to start from now. So before we begin, I'll just quickly start the first poll. So we would want to get a quick idea about what drones are you planning on using through this session. And it would be great if you could fill in this information, as well as a connected device that you would want to use or you prefer to connect the drones to the cloud and the internet. I will end the poll in a couple of seconds. Great, so I have the results with me. Here are the results for the poll. So most of the attendees would be using a DJI Mavic 2 series, or they have been using the Mavic series of drones. And we do have some significant amount of users also planning to use Parrot, Skydio, and the other DJI drones. And Android has been the most popular connected device to get started. So let's begin.
Okay, thank you for that, Vaishali. I can quickly walk you through how you can get started with FlytNow. So we'll get started with what you would need to begin with FlytNow. So you would need a DJI drone, and you would be needing the DJI remote controller along with your Android device or an iOS device, or you could be using the DJI smart controller. This would act as a linking unit so that you can get connected to the cloud. And you would also need a laptop or a desktop that would be retrieving the live telemetry and other information over the cloud. So what we have done is we have broken down setting up FlytNow into 5 easy steps where you would be able to easily sign up and log on to FlytNow Hub. And we would also walk you through how you can download and install FlytNow Mobile on your iOS or an Android application, as well as your smart controller, and how you can register your drones on that device. And once you have been able to register your drones, you can easily add them onto the FlytNow dashboard and control them, view the live telemetry, the video stream, and begin your remote operations. So we have a quick setup video here where you would be able to better understand how you can get connected. I'll quickly play that. So you can just type the App Store, FlytNow on App Store or Play Store, and you can just download it and install the application on your device. And once you have that installed, you can turn on your RC as well as your drone. You can connect your device to your remote controller using a USB cable. Once you connect your device using the USB cable, you will get a pop-up, or you can manually open the FlytNow mobile application on your device. You can just sign in using the credentials that you signed up with. And once you're in, you will be receiving this screen. I'll just quickly pause here so that I can walk you through the screen. Just a second. So I'll just quickly pause here so you can see whether your device is connected to the internet. So if you have a tick mark here, it means that your device is connected to the internet. And once your drone is connected to your device, you get a blue tick mark here as well. And now you can see the register now icon. So if this is the first time you're registering on your device, connecting your device, you would have to register your drone to your account. And you can do so by just clicking on that register now button. You can just give your desired name to your drone and click on register. Once you are registered, you can get connected, and you will be navigated to this live streaming screen where you can see the live video feed from your drone as well. So I'll just quickly walk you through a few things on the mobile screen before we move on to the FlytNow dashboard. So you can see the live video streaming on the entire screen. You can see the compass and other telemetry details like the horizontal speed and the vertical speed on the bar below. You can take off and return to home and call a few actions on the left hand side, like annotating on the map as well. You can also have your map view on the right hand bottom, and you can click on it to get an expanded view on your mobile phone. You also have a few other camera settings on the right hand side of your mobile phone. So now that you registered your drone to your account, you can quickly add this drone onto your FlytNow hub. Here's a video on how you can do so. Once you have signed up on FlytNow and start your trial, your dashboard is going to look something like this, where you have a left hand side panel and you click on the add drone button. You can click on the drone you would like to add and you just say yes. And once you do, your drone will be added to the dashboard. And if your drone is already connected to the internet and to the mobile application, you can see the live video stream on the dashboard. You can also click on it to get a cockpit view of it. So you can see the map where the drone is, as well as the live video stream on that. I'll just quickly switch my tab so that I can give you a live demonstration of the FlytNow dashboard. So if you can see my screen, I'm logged into my FlytNow account here, and I have a couple of virtual drones online here on the dashboard, and I'll quickly take you through where each and every feature is located and how you can navigate through the complete dashboard. So on the left hand side, you have a complete drone flight panel where you can see what are the drones that are online. I can notice that a bunch of drones are online here, where you can also see the latency, you can see the battery percentage, as well as other telemetry and speed parameters on the left hand side. I also have different tabs here, like the mission tab, where you can create missions as well as execute them. I also have another tab which basically records all the mission logs, and another geofence tab where I can define the virtual boundary or the limits for each drone on that. So we also have a couple of settings on the right hand side. So the top bar on the right hand side would give me my account settings as well as my account details. I also have another settings a dialog which would allow me to set various parameters like fail safes. I could be selecting specific settings for each drone. I can also switch or change my language of FlytNow dashboard. So if I were to select Spanish, my entire dashboard would change into that. So I can also select fail-safe speaker settings or the checklist. So we can configure different checklists on the FlytNow dashboard here. We also have a few settings like gallery, where we can retrieve all the saved images and videos on the dashboard. And we also have the multicam video feed, where you can see video feed from different drones and different operations all in one particular screen. We do have a video that is going to clearly show this right now. We also have the gimbal controls here, so you can use this bar to change the gimbal pitch for your drone. We have the zoom capabilities on the right hand side, where you can zoom in, zoom out, and do a total zoom and complete a wide angle of your drone. You can capture images, record your drone video, capture the images, and share it with with your guests. So if you were to have any team members or other stakeholders who would want to see the live video stream and the live telemetry from the drone, you will be able to create a new link and share it with them, and they can just quickly open their email and retrieve all this information on it without needing an account or having to create or download any other application. So you can also notice a launch icon at the bottom right. So this is how you can start or take off your drone, which could be either manually or using or selecting a mission. So you can quickly take off your drone using this launch icon. A few additional set of features are also available, like the payloads as well as the drone box options. So you would be able to configure as well as control your drone accessories like loudspeaker or spotlight using this payload tray here. So that's about a quick understanding of where all the things are in the dashboard. We also have another video demo that shows the multicam video feed, which we recorded earlier in the day because it's later in the night for us right now. So I can quickly play that for you. So we have added all the drones on the dashboard. So we had a bunch of drones online where you could see how you can manage your fleet, control the gimbals, switch to a thermal video feed. Also, you would be able to change the palettes and switch between the IR, the MSX, and you would also be able to change or slide the MSX values. You also, like I mentioned, the tray for the payloads is also present on the dashboard here, along with the zoom capabilities here. So you can notice that there is a complete set of drones here where you can see the live video stream from different drones. You can also switch to the multicam video feed where you can see all of them together. You can also navigate through these where you can record or share these all together. You can click an image, and once an image is clicked, you can see the snippet is shown. You can switch to the cockpit view from the multicam video feed as well. This gives the complete platform where you can just quickly navigate and see what is happening at different locations and what is the video stream from different drones. With that, I think I can I quickly shared how you can navigate through the FlytNow dashboard, and you can quickly get started with it. I would like to hand over to Achal, who would be talking more about how you can use FlytNow for fully automated operations.
Thank you, Pragya. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, great. Hi, everyone. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to everyone who is joining from around the world. So we just saw how to connect a drone using an Android device or iOS device, or if you're using a smart RC, you can connect the drone and get all the data, live telemetry, control, payload options right on the screen at FlytNow. Not only for just one drone, but your whole team can connect to FlytNow. So a lot of customers around the globe are using these applications for remote monitoring, where they are doing applications like railway line inspections or security surveillance or public safety, etc. But now the industry is headed towards fully automated operations. And this is the part where we talk about how you can leverage the low cost of the shelf drones with the new age docking stations that we're going to talk about from Skycharge to fully automate these operations for various use cases. So in the next slide, we again speak about the components that are required for these kind of fully automated operations. So Pragya, if you can help me with the next slide. Right, so this talks about what we need. This is something where you would need these three components. So first is the reliable drone hardware that we've been using already to fly. There is a need of low-cost docking stations, which is compatible again with these low-cost drones, as well as we're talking about a complete intelligent edge plus cloud software. So these are the three core components which are required. So, but how do you connect now this drone and the docking station to the cloud or the FlytNow software? Earlier demo, we saw that we were using a device, a mobile device to do that. So this is where we now introduce a component. If you can go to the next slide, yeah, thank you. A DIB starter kit. So this required a component where we can connect the drone and the docking station to the FlytNow or using the cloud. And this is the kit which would help us enable that. So this is a slide demonstration of where the kit is placed. Now you would not need the mobile phone which is there on the RC, but instead of that, you would have a single node where you could connect the docking station as well as the RC to the cloud. So in the next slide, we show how it fits in the picture, and this will give you a better representation. So you'd see that there is box. The box that is where the drone resides, as well as drone box manufacturers are also integrating the complete remote control and the RC system inside the box. And this is where the small DIB starter kit will go, which would have all the software that is required to connect the box as well as drone to the cloud. And not only it would provide the cloud connectivity, but it would also provide the essential component called precision landing. So we have a quick video next slide which we'll see, but the precision landing component allows the drone to precisely land on the box at the correct orientation. It also has all the recovery fail-safe measures, which allows it to land precisely in various conditions, as well as in case of emergency, identify the nearest emergency spot to precisely land. And this is all which would be configurable from the FlytNow Hub dashboard for the user. Also, this kit enables drone in the box of the docking station integration. So if the box, since you're doing the autonomous operation, once you give the takeoff, you would want a routine protocol, to trigger, where the box could open, drone could take off, do the mission, come back and land, and the box is closed again. So all of that command and control, telemetry, as well as if you wish to have any live video feed from the box itself, can be enabled through this DJI starter kit. Moving on to the next slide. We again talk about what are the three value props here. So we saw how drone could help you connect the box. The DJI starter can help you connect to the cloud, so you can remotely control the drone as well as the camera gimbal over the cloud. Then you can trigger autonomous precision landing to precisely maneuver the drone and land it on the docking station with a centimeter level accuracy. And you can control the docking station, the open close, the telemetry, turning on and off charging from the dashboard itself. If you can go to the next slide, yes, and play this video. So this is a quick video which shows how the mission is happening and the drone has returned to the home location. The dashboard has both auto and the manual option, where precision landing can be triggered directly, and the drone would look for the tag on the docking station and precisely align. Now this is again compatible with drones like DJI Mavic 2 as well as other drones from DJI, Autopilot as well as PX4. So drones can precisely align and land on the charging pad, docking station with precise accuracy. Next, you have the complete widget. So these are the widgets which would be available in FlytNow Hub, where you can see all the telemetry from the docking station in terms of charging, the voltage, the currents, the temperature, as well as you have all the configurations or parameters which are required for the docking station. So again, opening, closing time period, as well as various parameters can be exposed. Obviously, this would vary from docking station.
I think we lost
Dashboard with it. Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now, Achal. We just lost you for a couple of seconds.
Okay, sorry. I'll just go again. So I was talking about you have the complete docking station telemetry as well as the complete settings which can be exposed. This would vary from the docking station, one docking station to another, but using the DIB starter kit, all the data can be exposed and can be integrated with the FlytNow dashboard. Great. So we move on to the next slide. So this is where I would like to pass on this to Andrea. Before that, I think we have a quick poll. So Vaishali, if you'd like to quickly pop that poll.
Yes, I have started the poll. We'll just wait for a couple of seconds before we end it. So let me share the results for the poll. We just asked all the attendees if they would be interested to pre-order a DIB starter kit, and we have gotten a significant amount of response saying that they would want to order a docking station as well as the starter kit to conduct complete autonomous operations. And most of the attendees also prefer a hybrid deployment model, which would include both local, there's an on-premise as well as a cloud solution combined. So thank you again, everyone. I think Andrea can now get started with his presentation. Hello, Andrea.
Hi. Thank you for the invitation and welcoming all the attendees to this presentation as well from my side. So very briefly about Skycharge. Skycharge is a company that started out in California, in San Diego, backed by Qualcomm Ventures in 2014. We came up on the market back then with the very first commercial charging station for again commercial drones. And since then, we kept focusing on this piece of technology, extending it with some additional services and our software. The company is based out in Berlin, Germany, at the moment, and we since 2014 we actually have 70 units in the field, and with units I mean small charging station networks that either enterprises or startups deployed for a number of use cases ranging from security, inspection, agriculture, and logistics. I guess we can start with the next slide. What I'm presenting here today is, as previously mentioned from FlytNow, from Ashal and Shali, is the Skyport DP5. This is the result of many development cycles. We developed quite a few drone port models since 2014, and we decided to industrialize the very first drone port this year made for small drones, so for drones having the size of DJI Mavic 2. This one has been specifically engineered for DJI Mavic 2, but our charging technology, as I will explain later on, is compatible with most of the drones nowadays on the market. So from the electrical perspective, it's very easy to integrate also other drones like Parrot and Afi and custom-built platforms. The system is made in Germany, is CE certified. It has been designed to be installed in the most diverse environments, ranging from the desert to the winter of Finland. So it has been tested in both conditions. It includes a fast charging technology, and which is proprietary. Just Google for Skycharge and you will find out all the details about our wire technology. It can be remotely managed via APIs or an online tool that we developed for purpose of testing, because most of our clients integrate APIs. It includes an anti-theft system, so once the system is locked, you really need to put a lot of effort to open it, and of course it will send some alerts in case somebody's trying to open it. And like our products, it includes 1 year unlimited warranty and support from our team in Berlin. So yeah, I guess we can jump on the next slide. These are the main platforms that our system today is compatible with. The integration with Parrot and Afi series, with DJI Mavic series, it takes less than 5 minutes. I will show you over the course of the presentation how easy it is to integrate with this platform. We have some retrofit kits that are ready to install and do not affect the hardware of the drone. So you're not modifying the drones, voiding the warranty. And of course, we support custom-built platforms. Those are the most easy to support because you have directly access to the power leads of the battery. Yes. Now, yeah, let's move on to the next slide. The system is made, of course, with inbuilt Skycharge charging technology. The system is made of a platform, which you might see on the left side, which is made of a tessellation of many insulated elements that can be dynamically activated. And this is the first component of the system. The second component is the retrofit kit, which you see in the middle of the screen. This is a component that must be installed on the drone. There is an attachment for that we developed. So you just fix the two legs of the drones to the Mavic in this case. you connect the XT60 socket to the battery, and then the integration is done. So it doesn't take more than, I would say, 30 seconds. Just unplug the battery, click in the connector number 1, click in the battery again, install the striped Velcro indicated with number 2, then fix the connector XT60 number 3, install the 2 legs number 4, and you're done. So it doesn't take more than like 15 minutes. Sorry, 5 minutes. Let's go to the next slide. So here I'm trying to summarize most of the reason why this hangar has been built. So the system is safe. It is made in Germany. We have a supply chain that is organized in Europe because last year we have been, of course, impacted by the situation that is worldwide affecting supply chains at the moment. I'm sure you're aware of that. The system is CE certified, so for the electrical components and the mechanical components pass the CE certification, which we provide with all our system. It includes some additional safety measures. Just to give you an example, if the system is closing and you put an arm in between, the system stops because it detects there is an obstruction and it opens again. Then, of course, there are a number of other subsystems that are responsible for the safety operation of the system in production environment, which are described in documentation in more detail. It is fast to install the system. It is a 100-kilo device that can be moved around by 2 or 3 people. It can have wheels. We ship it with wheels and with normal installation legs. So it is up to you really to decide if it's a movable installation or if you want to have it installed permanently. It can charge small and medium-sized drones in around between 1 and 1 hour and a half. This really depends on the battery. We go into details of the charging system in another slide. But just to give you an idea, the system can deliver up to 10 ampere hours with a 92% efficiency, because it is based on direct contact. So we are not subjected to all these inefficiencies that are affecting magnetic resonance charging solution or inductive solutions. You don't need to be aligned you don't need to align the receiver or the transmitter to make the system work. Just hit the pad with the drone, and regardless of the position, orientation, and even the size of the device, as long as the contact touch physically, the conductive platform, the electrical connection is established as if you would put a wire into the battery of the drone. The open and close cycle is really fast. It takes 3 seconds. Something that is I forgot to mention here is that the system also comes with cameras. So if for some reason the drone didn't land precisely, things can always go wrong, the system will notify you, hey, the drone didn't land correctly, please attempt another takeoff and landing, if that's possible, of course. Or if something came in between while opening and closing procedure, the system will notify the user. The system is 600, so the dimension of the system are 600 by 600 by 800 millimeters. So it's relatively compact. It weighs 100 kilo because it's built in Stradi inox steel. So it is a really robust product. It features an IP65 rating, so this means that you can put it out in the rain, even in heavy rain. The system will perfectly protect the drone inside and in dusty environments as well. Just to give you an idea, we have a unit in production in Dubai, and this means that there are certain requirements over there that needs to be respected. The standard version of the system can withstand an operating temperature of standard operating temperature of minus 10 up to 40 degrees Celsius. It includes all the standard version includes ventilation and heating. So these two components are always provided. If you want, it is possible to equip the system with a cooling device and a heating device, which is very much similar to the one that are built for cars. This is a professional device. It affects the pricing a lot, but it extends the operating temperature to a minus 35 degrees Celsius up to 65 degrees Celsius. So it really allows you to install the system pretty much anywhere. The system has a lock, so once the system is closed, there is a mechanical lock that prevents the opening and closing system to be forced to be opened, and it is possible to communicate via APIs, encrypted, of course. So we have full support for HTTPS protocol. Let's go to the other slide. So the Skyport, like every Skycharge charging pad and accessories, comes with a one year warranty. For our support, which usually are not necessary because we shipped our units with a well-detailed user manual, and all you need to do is really unpack the system, plug it into the socket wall or whatever power generation source you might have thought about. It can be a solar kit, it can be wind turbine, whatever, and then connect it with an Ethernet cable to a router with internet access. There is also possibility, of course, for us to integrate an LTE router within the box. That's something that, I mean, these are all standard accessories like GPS and so on that we can integrate or not, depending on your needs. And the delivery of these devices usually, of course, within 60 working days from the order date. We ship all our units with DHL Express International insured parcel, of course. And our production capability at the moment is suited to our throughput is roughly 20 units per month. Let's move to. I will answer all questions at the end of the presentation, but we can move on. So this slide may be a bit too technical, but I will summarize saying that every charging station, every drone port, Skyport that Skycharge produces can work either in the cloud or on premise. So if you connect it to a router with internet access, you will be able to remotely manage your charging station network with APIs through FlytPace, of course. If you are going to operate on premise, the network will be reachable and managed on premise. So it's really flexible from this perspective, and we develop it with these options in mind from day one. You might get more documentation, more information about our APIs at the link that is shown at the bottom of this slide. So support Skycharge LP, Docs API. We describe two types of APIs: JSON APIs, HTTP APIs, and which are very easy to use, immediate. Most of the developers are happy with that. If you want a more flexible solution, but also a bit harder to implement, of course, we support 0MQ, that's binary protocol, and which is well described in our APIs. We provide extensive documentation and implementation example in C language, for example. Let me go through some questions. How should we address the questions?
Sure, Andrea. So I think Vaishali can take the cup, but I just like to thank you here for the presentation. And to everyone, we have been working closely with Skycharge for now many years to offer a tightly integrated solution to our customers. They are, of course, one of the pioneers in this space and well-known startup who have been building this technology. And as you can see, they have the most robust and reliable solution to offer. So feel free to reach out to Skycharge for further details, or you may contact us and we'll be able to loop in Skycharge to ensure that we together offer you the complete solution. So again, on that note, thank you, Andrea, for the presentation. And we can now go back to Vaishali, and Vaishali can read out the questions, and me and Andrea can help us answer that.
Yes, thank you, Achal. Thank you, Andrea. Before we move on to the Q&A, I think I would just want to run a quick poll. So let me again launch another poll. So we are mostly wanting to know what are the major challenges or roadblocks that most of our attendees are facing when it comes to adopting docking stations and a complete autonomous drone solution for security. And how urgently are people looking in for an autonomous drone solution? So if we would, it would be great if attendees could share these insights with us. I'll just wait again for a couple of seconds before I end the poll. We have quite a few number of questions on the box, so I'll jump into that. I'm ending the poll here, and let me share the results. So I think there are a significant number of roadblocks, mostly to do with regulations, the pricing of the box station, as well as the lead time that is required to procure the docking station hardware. And when it comes to how urgent is the solution required, I think most of the people are still exploring and learning more about the industry. So I'll just go on to the Q&A section. I have a few questions. First for Andrea. I think a lot of people want to know more about the docking station platform. So I think one of our attendees have asked, how is the battery charge handled within the box?
The battery charging process is relying on the Skycharge Bolognini S1, which is described on the Skycharge website. So on one end, we have a conductive platform installed inside the drone port. On the other end, we have a retrofit kit that must be installed on the drone. When these two systems come in contact, so when the drone on which the retrofit kit is installed lands on the charging platform, the contacts of the retrofit kit come always in contact with the platform, in physical contact. There are 10 contacts, so there is no geometrical way that this doesn't work. I mean, it always works, and as long as you hit the drone, the pad with the drone, the system will always either charge the drone or keep the battery charged, depending on how your application is. So the charging system can behave in different ways. You can charge the battery very fast, or you can provide a maintenance charge, or there are a few others, option for this. But yeah, so it's very simple. Just land on the pad, and the conductive, the contact-based system will charge the drone. Yeah.
Yes, I think we have a few questions with regards to the cost of the Skycharge unit. Also, what is the yearly expected maintenance cost for Skyport? If Andrea, if you could answer the questions.
Yeah. So, sorry, what was the first question? The pricing, of course. The pricing at the moment is we're selling the box, the standard version of the box, CE certified and everything, between 20,000 and 25,000 euro. And if you need the the version with the extended temperatures, so between minus 35 and up to 65 degrees Celsius, then we need to install the cooling and heating device. It will cost €5,000 more. Typically, we expect the pricing to decrease by 30% every year. This was true for the charging pads until today, and we see that the same is applying for the drone ports. So next year, the system will cost less, mostly because orders are increasing, and this allows us to optimize the production line. And then we have major partnerships going on with the second largest drone manufacturer. So this will help us in increasing order volume and streamlining the production, and overall this will lead to a price reduction of the system. In terms of maintenance, we had units in the field since 2014 that required very little maintenance, just brush off the platform maybe once a year. It really depends from the deployment environment, right? So if you install just the charging pad in an open environment, it really depends if it's dusty or not, if they are going to land leaves on it or not. So it's very hard to answer this question. So the platform itself doesn't require maintenance, so because it's made of inox steel, so it will really never break. The drone port itself protects the platform and mostly the drone, because we all know that DJI Mavic 2 would melt in the sun during the summer, and it would freeze in winter time. So the platform and the drone get exposed very little. I would say that the thing that seems to be breaking more often is the drone at the moment. So yeah.
Thank you, Andrea. I think I have a few questions for Achal as well. So with regards to FlytNow, I think our attendees want to know if they can pre-program flight paths with gimbal, angles, and camera mode for thermal mostly. And can they have a route that run every X amount of hours?
Right. Thank you, Vaishali, for the question. Yes, so obviously you can do that. So in the mission tab, when you plan the mission, you can set waypoint action, where you'd be able to set camera, gimbal, angle, as well as you'd be able to set different action items that you need to perform on that waypoint. It could be starting a video recording, stopping it, etc. So yes, this is something which is possible, and you can pre-program it using the mission tab. Sorry, what was the next one?
Yes, that was the question.
Okay.
Apart from that, I think users have also asked if we support multiple camera feed from the same drone.
Mm-hmm. Right. So that really depends on the drone. If you're using something like a Matrix 300 RTK or a Matrix 210, or it's a custom drone or built or Pixhawk, you can get multi-camera video feed from the same drone. So really depends on the drone. If you're using Mavic 2 Enterprise, it only provides one feed at a time. So you'd have to use the on-screen button to switch the video feed.
Thank you, Achal. So I think we have another question is how does the system handle if the rain starts to pour during a drone flight mission? So maybe you could speak about the fail-safes a bit.
Right. So this is where we have been continuously working with the docking station manufacturer, where weather stations are going to play a critical role. So since this is going to be an autonomous mission, where like in FlytNow, you do have a mission scheduling feature. But at that point of time, if the weather is not that good, the weather system should be able to provide that kind of telemetry to the system and take that decision. So this is something which is not there yet, but a lot of docking station manufacturers are working on that hardware, and we plan to support that in our software.
Thank you, Achal. I think we also have a few questions for Andrea again. One of our attendees have asked, what is the retrofit kit and how much does that weigh?
Well, the retrofit kits for the Mavic 2 weighs around 50 grams. We are making it lighter because we found a new material. So next version might be lighter, but in our experience, it doesn't affect the flight and the flight time very much. Easy to install and is made of PVC, so is worked out by one of our German partners.
And another question related to the retrofit kit: does that harm the CE certification of the drone manufacturer?
So our retrofit kits do not affect the hardware of the drone. So from the hardware standpoint, we are not modifying the hardware at all. And it depends from what type of guarantee you got for the drone manufacturer. So in some cases, if you install any component that is not provided by the drone manufacturer, you will void the warranty. In other cases, it doesn't affect the warranty. In either case, what we learned is that providing a modified battery is not only dangerous, but is a big hassle for the production for the people who needs to put this into production environments, because they need to certify that, and of course also from the manufacturer side. But so for this main reason, all our retrofit kits have been designed in order not to affect the hardware of the drone, not to modify the hardware of the drone. We just connect to the power leads of the drone. And for custom platform, the kit only takes care, so there is a charging balancer, which is not present in all DJI drones because they come with batteries that already integrate a BMS, and we only take care of charging. So our BMS is really lightweight, is small, but it only takes care of charging, not of discharging. So we do not interfere with any power management system that you might already have in place for that.
Thank you, Andrea. I think we also are getting a lot of questions around the delivery time of the Skyport hardware. If you would want to share some insights.
Yes, so at the moment we are manufacturing a batch of 30 units, which ATA will be in April 2021. So if you want to book one of these units, there are still some free. So just let us know, and so that we can put order in queue and plan for delivery. After April, that we will always have some units on stock, so the delivery time, the lead time will be probably 30 days, around 30 days, 30 days at most. And we always ship with DHL Express International, so the delivery is really fast. It takes between 1 and 3 days to deliver from Germany to the West Coast or to Japan.
Thank you, Andrea. I think we have a few questions with regards to FlytNow as well. So Achal, I think an attendee is asking, what is the standalone version of FlytNow which can work without connecting to the cloud? So is that a possibility?
So we have the mobile app which works without the internet, but if you're looking for a solution which does not require cloud, then we do have a offering called FlytNow Local, where you'd be able to connect over the local network and talk to the drone. So if you're looking for something like that, you can reach out to our team and our team would be able to assist you.
Another related question to that is, what happens if the internet is lost, and how is the communication going to take place?
Right. So various fail-safes have been built into the system where you can, and these are all configurable, where you can set all the thresholds and timers. So if the internet is lost for say about 10 seconds, and this is all configurable, the drone can trigger the fail-safe. So you can request the drone to come and land on the home location. So for example, it can trigger RTH, or it can trigger a safe landing to the nearest location. On the other note, if you are using a hybrid solution which has the local as well as cloud, you would still have the connection on the local system.
Thank you, Achal. I think we have a question, multiple question on what are the supported drones on FlytNow. I will just quickly paste a list of drones that we support, a link to the documentation, which shares the list of drones that we support. For Andrea, I think one question that we have is, are all the first 30 boxes climate controlled models?
Yeah, we are manufacturing all the boxes with HE-VHE module that is an add-on. So, one can decide if they want it or not. It can be added also in a second moment. So the system is modular. It's basically an additional square tile that is installed on the bottom of the Skyport.
And what happens if there is moisture on the drone when it lands to charge?
Nothing. The system is the charging system. So while the drone port is IP65, the charging pad is IP55. So it works even when it's wet, even if there is moisture, even if it's raining. That's not really a problem. It has been widely tested. We have some installation that has been gone through the Finland winter where it was snowing as well. So in that case, we had to install, and they weren't protected by a Skyport. So in that case, the installation was a bit different. We had to install some heating element below the charging station to prevent the snow to cover it. But so it was wet all the time. And the system works even if it's wet. There is an air gap between each tile that allows the water to flow between the tiles. So there will be never like water sitting or on the charging station, and the charging station itself is a bit skewed, so the water will always flow out of the charging pad.
Thank you, Andrea. I think we have come to the end of the session today. We are already up on time. We have a few other questions which we will definitely answer over email. And I thank everyone for attending the webinar. Achal, if you have any ending notes.
Right, so I would like to thank everyone who joined on the webinar, and again, we have been really closely working with Skycharge, and as you got to know that you can right now book your order for the docking station, and this is something where we are working with Andrea and Skycharge to make FlytNow out of the box compatible. So you can work with FlytBase and Skycharge together to get a completely automated solution with your drone. So it could be a low cost off-the-shelf drone like Mavic, or you could be building your custom drone. So both solutions are drone agnostic. So feel free to reach out to us or Skycharge, and we'd be happy to help you. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. We're also very excited for the collaboration with FlytBase. We've been working with them since many years now, and finally we are putting units in the field together. Also off the Skyport, the charging pad was already installed. Already have a few clients there, and we will also post material in the coming deployments in the coming weeks. So stay tuned. Thank you.
Thank you, Achal. Thank you, Andrea, and thank you, Pragya, as well. And all the attendees present today. Have a great day.